Hey, what's up? It's Jake from Nimbus DevOps, and I'm here today to talk to you about Booleans. Booleans are a subclass of integers, which we just went over. So we're kind of just going the next step down from integers, but so far we've used only the integer data type, and now we're going to use the built-in data type, the built-in Boolean. So Boolean algebra is a subset of algebra in which the values of the variables are truth values, which are true and false. So in Python, true and false are two keywords that are used to represent truth values. And because it's a subclass of integers, the true and false evaluate to both 1 and 0, respectively. True 1, false 0. As well as any other non-zero number being true as well. So, we've used int a lot. So if I take the number, int of 42 is 42, the int of, 42.5 is 42. We've been using int. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use bool. And bool looks like that. It stands for Boolean. And you can do use the bool thing and evaluate expressions or arguments, like 42, which is true because it's a non-zero number. And I'm going to show you a little bit of what you can do with this. So the int of true, if we know that true is 1, then the int of true should be 1. And conversely, the int of false should be 0, correct? Well, the bool of 1, if we're taking true or false, right, because it's a truth value, is actually true, so the value is true. And the bool of negative 42 is true. The bool of, as we saw earlier, 42 would be true. And what do you think the bool of 0 is? That's right, it's false. So if we take a quick peek at how this works with inverse stuff, there's an operator, and, or, and not, and we'll try using not. And so what do you think not true is? Well, it's false. What do you think not false is? It's true. You can always, and that's with not operator, right? I said there's also and or. So if I said if something is true and true, it's true because it's both true and true. If something is true and false, well, it's not entirely true, so it's false. And if you said something is true or true, it could be one or the other, then in either case it's true, then it evaluates the true. But if something is true or false, it could be true, but it also could be false, so we're going to say it's actually true. So these are things you'll see these kinds of stupid questions pop up on tests and stuff like that. I don't know if you'd ever take a Python test, but if you did, then that could be a thing. But you can also see that the true false subclass of integers, up in close if you try to add. So like 1 plus true, right, would be 2 because true is 1, and false plus 42 is 42. And if by this point you're asking why I'm using 42 all the time, you haven't read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, put that on your reading list. If I did 7 minus true, that should be 6, right? And it is. And this is just a very, very down and dirty use of the bool function and using truth values, which are true and false in Python. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions about Booleans, let me know. Definitely go check out more about true and true, true and false, true or false. If you want to know, well, why is true or false true? Google it. That's a really good question, and it's fun to talk about this kind of stuff. But I'll go ahead and leave it here for everybody else. And yeah, so the next section will be on real numbers. So we'll stick with our integers. Um, but we're going to move from integers into something called floating point numbers. So have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.